So, while I was in Newark a while back, no fighting really, just trying to take it easy. We was at the main place in Newark, and the clouds were kind of cloudy. It was snowy out. So I said, I can't do it all the time. Didn't mess with the ecosystem and everything. So I wanted to separate the clouds. And I had these two vultures that was going in and out of the cloud. I had my fingers like this. And I said, up, and roll it down. And then the other one go up and roll it down. And then do it again. And the cat's watching me. Up, roll it down. And they stood there flying for a minute together. And then they shot up through the clouds and cleared the air just a little bit. Still a cold day. And then when I got down here, of course, I was doing my practice with my sword, my hatchet, and was sitting there in the field, on the hill, the mountain, as they call it, and was swiping down the weeds by hand. It's a very rare situation. Again, I prefer not to do it all the time because, again, you got your problems with the weather, and especially when it's spiritual, there is dangers. So I try to keep it on a down low. Y'all think that it's got to do with rings. It has nothing to do with rings. I take my rings off to do these things because too many people want to get too flashy with things. And I don't tolerate that. I want you to act normal. When I say come visit, I gave you the address. I gave you the phone number. Give me a call. Show up. We already had somebody that was helping look for Delilah. But somebody told me that they was frauding. So I'm going to tell you again, you're hereby arrested if you are trying to pull some bullshit when it comes down to my child. Your fraudulent court was already told that Miss Lemon is hereby a fraud. She was trying to use my name. I think you saw it on YouTube where she had her name under Sabrina and was saying her name was Miss Lemon. You are hereby arrested for fraud, kidnapping a child, and endangerment of children. That includes your fraudulent Teresa, Yearwood, Wormwood, or thereof, Cornet, and thereof, etc. That means exactly what it means. So when you're saying, oh, well, what about the hookups and hit you? All that. That's what etc. means. You're not ignorant. Now, let's get back to the enjoyment of beautiful kitties that have patterns on them from what y'all have done. So see, occasionally those patterns change. You enjoy watching it all you want. But I told you once, Susan Hendricks and Robin Meade are also hereby arrested and their little entourage for making plans for the murder of me and my child. You thought she was being cute. That includes Imogene's bunch that was sitting there right at the damn park. Spouting off. Well, there's the other half of the family. While you're admitting on live radio and TV or podcast. Oh, I threw a golf ball at her and then I took a shot at her with a bullet. That means you're threatening my life. You are not the monarch. You have no rights to tell me or thereof myself and my children what to do. You had no rights to my children from the beginning, Miss Erin Frost, and your fraudulent children's services on 2nd Street in Newark, Ohio, Licking County. Your fraudulent judge, your fraudulent father figure, they are hereby arrested for fraud. They are not going to go to the sheriff department down here. The sheriff department down here needs equipment. And therefore, this ain't your little harem right here at the sheriff department or around here. You understand? I ain't part of your little escort service. You're busted. You was hanging out at the fucking apartments right there on Stony Creek and trying to pull shit a couple years ago. Let alone your other Sue, You got no evidence, really? Well, go talk to Miss Dildo that wants to stick shit on TV all the time. Well, they's raping somebody's child. That was my child you raped. Understand, Imogene? That includes your friends, too. I don't care which Imogene, because the one said he had friends named Imogene. And what's that? Wendy Snyder? You're hereby arrested. Sheila Bush and your daughters, you're hereby arrested for kidnapping. Rain. You understand? You endangered my child and me. You put me in a box. Sent me to another country. Then your friend and I decided to get on a podcast and make the fucking comment. What was that? One was sent to a country where nobody knows her. The motherfuckers didn't know me. I was cutting them up. I went to a man's prison. What's your fucking problem? You're all hereby arrested. That includes anybody. And the girl on Channel 1 pulling that. What was that you said? Well, I taught that child a lesson. Well, why don't you come down here and speak to me personally? I promise I'll be nice. Besides that, it's a kind of rainy, cloudy day. It's cleared up. And the fraudulent people that's in the Heartland building and the rebroadcast. No matter what, if you even change the name, it is not yours. Just like the Briar Patch, it's not yours. That includes the sheriff department. Maybe your boys need to get their fucking shit straight. While they're slipping girls into the fucking back closet area. Now, I told you, I'd mentioned that y'all need equipment. But don't backstab me or try to take payoffs. Understand?